37-year-old woman who abducted a newborn baby from Middestad Mall in Bellville at the weekend is expected to appear in the local magistrate's court tomorrow. In light of this abduction, our reporter Vanessa Poonah has explored how big the problem of baby snatching is, or the disappearance of children, and what should be done by the public to be aware of this and, of course, to prevent being scammed by unscrupulous suspects.
NGOs working in the child's rights space say that they are extremely happy that the case of the kidnapped baby from the Bellville Middestad Mall at the weekend has ended in a good news story. Of course, we know that a 37-year-old woman is due to appear in court tomorrow. That's on Thursday. This after the child was found by police and returned to his mother late on Monday evening. Of course, Patric Solomons from the Molo Songololo Child's Rights Organization joins me now. Patric, very warm good morning to you. You were talking about, in this case, how community involvement, how the awareness by community has also assisted police in finding the now today 13-year-old baby and returning him to his mother.
Yes, like I've said, we're very happy, and it looks as if this investigation was very swift, and that it was able to bring all the information together very quickly, and that we were able to see the return of the baby that was taken, an 8-day-old baby that was taken, reunited with the mother again. So we're very happy about that, and it looks as if the community also helped to provide some good information to make sure that the police can use this information and do a proper, effective investigation and return the child.
You've said earlier on that within that 48 or 36-hour window, it is crucial, because you also mentioned to me off camera just now that this case had all the elements of possibly a trafficking operation. Explain to us what those signs are.
Yeah, that is correct, because we see here that the mother was sort of befriended, trust was built up with the mother, she was groomed to trust this person. She was offered certain things, for example. And those are all the elements that traffickers would use to procure someone. And they use deceit to make sure that they can get what they want. And they wanted to take the baby. It looks as if that was the intent here. So they also drugged the person, right? The mother was drugged, apparently. And then they also took the person somewhere where it possibly could have been easier to take the baby. So all of those elements indicate that there's those kind of things that traffickers often use in their modus operandi to procure someone to be trafficked.
Patric, you talk about grooming. How important, I suppose, is it in creating awareness among the public when people are approached? Because, like you say, it's a gaining of trust. It wasn't a stranger in the mall, for example, that the mother would not have seen or met before. How important then is it to spot when you possibly are a victim of being groomed? Because it's very difficult if someone befriends you. You know this person, you've spoken to them before, they've been to your house. How do you spot these signs?
Well, it's very difficult, but it's also we need to keep our eyes and ears open. In this particular case, for example, someone pretended to be someone that they're not. So that happens often. So they would deceive you in that kind of way. This person pretended to belong to a trusted organization, right? And then this person then continued to build trust relationship with someone. So this happened in the home. She came to the house, right? The person who wanted to take the baby came to the house. The person who eventually took the baby came to the house. So children are not safe in their own homes. So therefore it's important that parents know that there might be people in their own homes that come into the homes that have bad intentions. We've also seen, for example, children are not safe at schools, for example, places where children are supposed to be safe. So that is what this case also highlights. It can happen anywhere. It can also happen in your own home. So that's important. The other important thing is that parents also mustn't just trust anybody. They need to make sure that they can find out information about this person. Is it true? And in this case, the parent possibly could have contacted Zoe Project to find out, is this person working with you? for example. This person is coming to my home, making the offer. Find out from the organization, contact the organization to make sure that this person, represent your organization, is a trusted person. So those are small things that people must do because it can safeguard your children.
You were talking to us just now about the prevalence of kidnapping of children, but also kidnapping of babies. And you mentioned that there have been a few cases specifically within MOUs or hospitals.
Yeah, that is correct. Like just 2 months ago, for example, I think it was in May in Eastern Cape, there was an attempt on 2 babies by 2 women. And thanks God, also in that case, the police responded very swiftly, and they were able to find the babies. The babies went missing, and I think a day or 2 later, they found the babies, for example. And then my research that I did just recently indicate that we've had about 9 cases of young babies, right? Just babies who have just been born, for example, were taken by individuals. Unfortunately, we don't know in most of the cases why they were taken. Some of the babies were found, some of them are still missing. We don't know whether they were taken because of illegal adoptions. We don't know whether they were taken for trafficking for other purpose, sexual purpose, muti, for example. Right? We don't know that yet. But those are all the reasons why babies can be taken. We've also had cases in the past that we have dealt with of a mother, for example, who took a baby because she wanted to replace the baby because she had a miscarriage. So she wanted to replace the baby in secrecy. We've also had another case of a grandmother who wanted to get a baby for a daughter, for example, to save someone's marriage. So people can take babies for whatever reasons. The important thing is we need to make sure that we can safeguard our children better. Our hospitals must be safer, our schools must be safer, and of course also parents must make sure that their homes are safe for their children.
Patric, thank you so much for speaking to me today. Of course, they're the director of Molo Sungululu Child Rights Organization, just weighing in on the kidnapping of the young infant. And of course, this story ended in good news with baby having been restored and returned to his family, to his mother. And then, of course, a 37-year-old woman who has been arrested due in the Bellville Magistrates Court on Thursday.